This is a higher level of manifestation that you are called to. You're not meant to manifest from just your head or your ego anymore. You're not meant to be this hyper-productive machine seeking validation from the world in order to feel loved and worthy. You are worthy right now as you are. And the way that you start to believe that is not by being what you think you should be, but by loving yourself in whatever stage you're in right now, holding yourself and being with that discomfort without the need to fix it or change it, but just to tolerate it and let that stagnant energy, those old unprocessed emotions and belief systems move through you with your love and observation, while also knowing the truth of who you are. You are the creator. You are the divine. And you have so much more power than you think, and you do not have to be a slave to your work. You do not have to sacrifice your freedom anymore. Spirit has been repeating the same phrase to me over and over again, and it just feels so significant right now that we are being asked to rest like it is making us money. And the reason that this is so significant is because we have been conditioned our whole lives to be obsessed with whatever it is that will make us money, whatever it is that will make us successful. And so when we are working towards something that will make us money, let's say we're building a business and we're taking a lot of action, or we're applying to jobs or asking for promotions, or we're killing it at work, we feel so worthy. We feel so good about ourselves when we're in that hyper-productive state. It's the same thing for things that are considered as valuable as money, like having the perfect body or the perfect relationship. We feel so good about ourselves when we're at the gym every single day and working our asses off and essentially being hyper-productive, because we are working towards what our ego thinks of as valuable. But the reason why this guidance to rest like it is making us money has been so significant and so powerful is because as a collective right now, we are actively shifting this deeply, deeply ingrained belief that we have to work hard in order to receive money, that we have to work hard in order to get the success that we want, that we have to sacrifice our freedom and our well-being in order to be worthy of that. We are collectively unplugging from that matrix programming right now and choosing to tap into this knowing that we are softening into, which is that we are source. We are the creator. And therefore, we have the power to shift the narrative when we are resting and we don't feel productive, to feel that deep sense of accomplishment and self-worth that we would feel if we were doing what our ego told us to do. Now, initially, we're not going to feel that sense of worthiness. We're going to feel confused and lost and highly uncomfortable because we were conditioned in survival mode. And survival mode does not allow space for deep rest. We have to be go, go, go all the time in order to feel safe. And so as we try to shift out of survival mode into becoming the divine creators that we truly are, as we unlearn that programming that has kept us stuck and powerless, it is going to feel very uncomfortable. Our alarm bells are going to go off and they're going to say, no, 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 we have to be working towards something at all times. We have to know our plan. What's my 5-year plan? Where am I headed? How am I going to make the money? How am I going to survive? We have to be able to tolerate all of that showing up, but not just tolerate it. Observe it and presence those parts of us with love. And as we do that, we will enter into a space where we're actually able to reprogram ourselves to feel so deserving when we're doing nothing. And I know that this might not seem like the way that we're meant to create, and it's not the full picture, and I'm going to get into that. But a huge step in coming back into balance is understanding that survival mode is not in balance and doing nothing is also not in balance. But because we feel so unworthy when we're doing nothing and when we don't feel like we have goals and we're not being hyperproductive, that's where we have the most ability to heal and get in touch with our shadows, get in touch with the part of us that is holding us back from entering into receiving mode. When we're over here, if you picture it as a pendulum, and on one end being your most productive self and the other end being your laziest, non-functioning self, if you can love yourself in this space and start to instill feelings of worthiness, like something I've been doing is just laying down and resting and doing nothing and repeating, I deserve rest, I deserve peace, I deserve abundance, I deserve pleasure, I deserve play. This is what I'm here for. And I'm allowing myself to be in the discomfort of this non-action, because that is where all that pain comes up. That is where all that programming comes up. If you give yourself love in that space, you will eventually find the pendulum starts to come back into balance. And you are able to take action from a space of love rather than fear, from a space of deep inspiration rather than survival mode. And this is where we're heading right now. But many of us, if you're watching this video, you are a leader in this shift. And so you are being asked to go there with yourself, to go into that deep state of rest and know that you can still have everything you want. And you don't have to do anything to be deserving of having your basic needs met and beyond. To be in that state is to connect with the fact that you are God, you are creator, you are source energy, and you don't have anything to prove. If you can tap into that, then you will access a whole well of creative power inside of you. And you will start creating from a deeply beautiful and powerful and magical space within you. You will start to have divinely inspired ideas that are gifted to you from the divine for the highest good of all. Whatever you create will have a massive positive impact on humanity and also on your life. That abundance you've been wanting, that fulfillment you've been wanting, that connection you've been wanting, it lies right there when you learn how to take action from love. But so many of us don't know how to do this because we've been in survival mode for so long and it feels so damn uncomfortable on this other end. And so that is why I'm here, because I'm right here with you and I'm sitting in that discomfort right now. And I'm trusting. I'm choosing to trust. I'm choosing to feel so worthy even when I haven't worked out in weeks or I haven't been doing all the things that I said I was going to do. It's not about doing right now. It is about being. It is about connecting to yourself so deeply and developing unconditional love for yourself. I saw a video the other day of someone saying the way that you build self-trust is to keep the promises that you've made to yourself. Like if you say, I'm going to work out 5 days a week, then you actually have to do it in order to build self-trust. And there may be some truth in that for some people, but for me, the way that I've built self-trust is through unconditional, radical self-love and acceptance. Because it is impossible to really trust somebody who is judging you or has these certain expectations of you that you have to meet in order to receive love and acceptance. That's what it's like when we judge ourselves for not meeting our own expectations. What if we knew that that unconditional love would always be there? And that if we really want to work out 5 days a week, we can do that. But only if it's coming from love, only if it's coming from that space of caring for ourselves and nurturing ourselves and wanting to show up for ourselves. And if there's ever a day where we don't feel like that's the right thing for us or our body is tired, that we can honor that and get out of the mind and unconditionally love ourselves and actually be free and not have our sense of self-worth tied to this productivity anymore. So that is why we're being called to rest so deeply right now. And I would encourage you, if you can, when you notice that your mind is trying to keep you so busy and so focused on trying to force things in the 3D to manifest so that you can feel better, to pull back, observe, and realize that you are a divine creator, and that you might have to go through this period of discomfort in order to access those powers again, but that you have your sights set on something bigger. This is far beyond forcing something to be created in the 3D. This is about using that divine creator energy that you are and that you have within you to co-create with something larger than just you, to make an impact, to not be so self-focused, and to be of service to humanity in a way that not only benefits you deeply and creates abundance in your life, but benefits the all, because we are all one. This is a higher level of manifestation that you are called to. You're not meant to manifest from just your head or your ego anymore. You're not meant to be this hyper-productive machine seeking validation from the world in order to feel loved and worthy. You are worthy right now as you are. And the way that you start to believe that is not by being what you think you should be, but by loving yourself in whatever stage you're in right now, holding yourself and being with that discomfort without the need to fix it or change it, but just to tolerate it and let that stagnant energy, those old unprocessed emotions and belief systems move through you with your love and observation, while also knowing the truth of who you are. You are the creator. You are the divine. And you have so much more power than you think, and you do not have to be a slave to your work. You do not have to sacrifice your freedom anymore. We are unsubscribing from that together. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard to trust and to feel safe, but I invite you, instead of running away from those feelings of lack or insecurity or instability, to hold yourself in that deeper than you ever have before, because we are actively changing the collective programming around this to free us all. There is enough for everyone. That is abundance mindset. There is enough for all of us to be free, for all of us to do what we love. And we're shifting into that together now. And you are an incredible leader, and you're so much braver than you know. You're doing so much better than you think. And I love you so, so much. I'm right here with you on this journey, going through it, right by your side. Thank you so much for being here with me on earth at this time. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.